This is the Lego Icons 1969 Chevrolet Camaro Z28. It retails for $170 and it released in 2022 and it's still available for purchase on lego.com. The contents include 8 building stages, a set of 4 tires, small sticker sheet, and the instruction manual, which gives you a tidbit on the car itself, as well as some cartoon-like pictures of all generations of Camaros, and a little information from the design team. Most of my comparisons in this video will be with the 1961 Vet for 3 different reasons. Well, that's the most recent one I built. Also, these were designed around the same time, and this one was released in 2023, this one 2022. And third of all, why I'm comparing these two together, well, they're both 60s American sports cars. Though the C1 Vet looks amazing, I consider this a flaw. Being able to open the door unrealistically like that, there needed to be a stop. This Camaro, look at that. They used a few extra pieces to create that limit so it's more realistic. New fender pieces were designed specifically for this car, and there are 4 of them. The sides are mostly built up using studs not on top techniques, but rather sideways building, and same goes for the back, although we've got upside down building on the bottom as well. The tailpipes, or the straight pipes, are done up with these Technic pieces. We have minifigure axes recolored in all light gray to have decorative features around the license plate. The license plate, there's 2 different options. This Michigan plate or the California one, which says Panther, which in the manual, what I read was that was the code name for this car before it was called the Camaro, before it was released. And most of the details are done up with stickers, though the taillights have printed silver lines on those 1x4 trans red tiles, which is nice. These are done up with stickers, these tiles. These are stickered decorations as well. I like how the grille comes to this point with the use of clip pieces and these slopes to create that shaping. And yeah, the shaping's coming together pretty well. Oh yeah, more upside down building and construction down below for the air dam. It's looking good. Also looking good is the detailing of the engine. Yeah, looking good. Now, I've come to a step where I have to decide on which color of striping I'm going to use. I chose dark red to start off with, but I'll show you all 3 of those options, as they do provide extra pieces for white and dark gray. And also there's an option to use the build-up headlights or the hideaway headlights that are represented by these printed tiles. The windscreen was included in a bag full of other parts, so it gets scratched up a little bit, but not too bad. Though the Vet had its own paper packaging, so theoretical point goes to the Vet for that. And I like how the dash is built at this angle, so the windscreen is therefore at an angle too. I've reached another fork in the road. I either continue on to the next page to build the hardtop, or skip to page 207 to build the convertible. I'll first build the hardtop. Silver metallic wheels and elements. 1 point back to the Camaro. The angle of this back window will be accomplished by the use of these 3 specialized pieces that were sometimes found in Lego City sets that allowed the front wheels of a car to turn. Though I think the range was pretty limited. I never did buy any of those city sets with those turning wheels, but there you go. Before connecting the hardtop, which has a mirror and dice hanging from it, by the way, I'll take a look at the interior. The front 2 seats tilt forward to allow passengers to get into that back bench seat easier. And on that back seat is this magazine. There's a picture of a hot rod on it, and it's a reference to an older Lego set. There's also a nickel right here in between the 2 front seats. Got the gear shift here and the steering wheel here. works pretty well. I would say this works a lot better than the Vet. The steering on this Camaro works really well, even while driving it around with the weight of the car sitting on those tires. The build-up to make that happen was a lot more robust than what was used on the Vet, and therefore the Vet's front wheels were flimsy and hard to use, hard to turn. Customizable, that's what I like about this. Right now I've got the dark red stripes with the hardtop, and these are the pieces I'm left over with. Some people may be like, oh man, that's a waste. Look at all of those pieces you don't even use. Well, I view it as an added benefit to make my car look different than somebody else's. So I love that aspect of customization. I'm going to finish looking at all of the functionality and then look at more of the aesthetics in a little bit. I still can't get over how easy it is to turn these front wheels. It feels good. It feels like I want to drive this around my room. The hood pops open like that. There's no prop, but there's enough friction to keep it open. I think it opens just enough to be able to see in there all of the full detail. The roof is connected by studs, so it's not as easily swappable to convertible as the Vet. Well, you got a lot of extra pieces to add to convert it to a convertible. And it's really easy to open the trunk. It's tiled over, and there's nothing inside right now, but you can certainly put some spare pieces in there. And as demonstrated earlier, the doors open up, but have a limit, which is good with the use of that droid arm piece. And it just feels realistic to open up the door and not be able to swing it open all the way to that front fender. The sideways building techniques really benefited the doors because it's got the dark red on the interior that doesn't show on the exterior. All of the light gray elements used on the exterior should have had a chrome finish. Should have been done with the same drum lacquered silver metallic as done with the wheels. But at least we did get the wheels in metallic. I'm happy about that. The mirrors should have been metallic as well. But I guess we can't ask for too much at a time. Same with here, all of the light gray. Would have been nice to get a metallic finish. But as it stands right now, it looks pretty darn good. The shaping looks good, and it's hard to find a bad angle to this car. Let's get those headlights swapped out to the alternate ones. There we go. That looks good too. Now watch closely as I cycle through the 3 different color options for the striping. I think all options look good here. Now let's switch this over to convertible form. It took me about 5 minutes to switch this over to a convertible. These are the leftover pieces from the hardtop. I think the more you do this, you can leave parts of it constructed already when swapping it back and forth, and you'll get faster at it. In its convertible state, I like how all of the slopes and dark red pieces are used to build up the part back here to represent a pulled back soft top. Again, watch closely as I cycle through the different color options for the striping. Now I'm going to quickly summarize the pros and cons of this set, starting with the cons because it's a shorter list. Priced at $170 US, it's a bit steep, but so is the price of Lego these days. I think in general it's worth it, and I'm happy with what I have. There should have been more metallic elements for the chrome accents of the bumper, the mirrors, the door handles, etc. But at least we did get the chrome wheels. I like that a lot. To convert it to hardtop and to convertible, vice versa, it's a little bit harder, well, a lot harder than the Vet, where you just take that off and you're done. But it's not that difficult, and I do like the end look with all of the extra pieces. And now for the pros. The shaping and colors used are excellent, especially given that you can choose your own color of striping. and customize it. Customizability feature is awesome too. Gives you a lot of different possibilities. The door stop here, I like that realism there. The realism and play feature of the wheels turning, just so easy to turn, makes it that great too. The functionality is awesome. Speaking of functionality, I like how the hood just stays propped open, whereas the vent tends to fall down as there's no friction. Over on my main channel, I'm going to do a comparison video of all of the recent Icons cars, so stay tuned over there. And stay tuned to this channel because my next build is going to be the Creator Expert Ford Mustang. Well, that does it for this video. Let me know in the comments which configuration was your favorite. Thanks for watching.